Mad Dog. What? We only fuck with the Mad Dog. Mad Dog. What? We only fuck with the Mad Dog. Get your reviews from the Mad Dog. Subscribe to the Mad Dog. Like Mad Dog.
I only fuck with the Mad Dog.
Mad Dog Killer Son TV. We got Danny Myers in the house. What up, Danny?
What's good? What's good?
I can't call it, man. We got a lot of stuff going on here, man. You fresh off of that starting 5-team homie versus Writters Bloque. You know, I couldn't make it down there. I got the pay-per-view, so I didn't have the feel of the building. How was the event? How did you feel it went down? This was a momentous occasion. I mean, the first time that a card was made up with one team versus another.
Yeah, man. You know, I thought it was real dope. It took me back to the days when I first started battle rapping on the street, and you know, I was with a crew called the Lost Generation out of LA, and we would just go to other blocks and battle other crews. You know what I mean? And we used to always do team battles. So just to do that, and you know, in this era, it just took me back to that time. So you know, it was just like a coming home party to me for real. Man, it was dope. It was real fun. Shout out to ARP, the whole RBE staff for putting that together.
Okay, all right. There was a lot of things that was different about this event. It was 5 matches. It was all judged.
Right.
What did you think about, before we even get into the individual matchups, what did you think about having an all-judged event?
It's I don't know, man. I like it and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But I do. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it because you're really putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself on the line. Because a lot of times, battlers can go into a battle, whether they win or lose. If it wasn't judged, it kind of doesn't matter. And a nigga can know he lost and hide behind the fact that it wasn't judged, and he'll just say it was debatable, or he'll have his fan base fight for him and say, no, he didn't lose that battle. So with people going into a judge situation, you gotta respect each individual for putting themselves out there like that, because like this is an official loss if you lose. And you gotta wear that. You gotta eat that.
I remember years ago, Grind Time would put people's not only would they have judge battles, but they would actually put their record out there with their name. You don't ever see that anymore.
Hey, you just reminded me of that too. I forgot. Like they actually had wins and losses and ties and shit on the, you know, right on the battle on the screen for the fans to see.
Do you see anything like that happening today where with the money that's involved?
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Because you know what? It's too many egos and there's too many you know, dynamics that go into how do you know somebody won or lost. Unless it's like a clear body bag. Right. You can't really say somebody won or lost.
You just made me think of a couple more categories. You can have win, losses, how many times well, you know what you need.
Like you gotta put win streak and losing streak. Like this should be more fun and more official if niggas had actual stats up. And this is why there's so much gray area today when you talk about who deserves to be on Mount Rushmore or who deserves to be on the top 10 list. Like, who's to say? This is all basically off of your personal opinion for your preference.
The first 2 people should be Lux and Mook on the Mount Rushmore because it is about history.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and then you really got to get into some serious debate after that. But
now it's where it gets tricky.
Right. Now it gets
tricky. After Lux and Mook, it's tricky than a motherfucker. I mean, me personally,
right.
I got Lux, Mook, Dizaster, and that 4th spot is open. But if I had to give to somebody, I might Hollow the Don. So I would have Lux, Mook, Dizaster, and Hollow on my personal Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
But I mean, we might can take Hollow off, or we might can take Dizaster off.
You know
The
what?
only reason why I would really put Dizaster is because from the region he's from, for him to be able to garner the attention and accolades that he has over the span of his career, and the fact that he's traveled and battled in so many different countries, and he has a lot of dope battles, and he's one of the few who can really like freestyle and incorporate freestyle with written. Like him and Hollow, like they're like neck and neck in terms of that. There's that particular skill. But I would have Dizaster just because it's kind of like the West Coast representation on here. And that's not me being West behind because I'm from the West. But I got Dizaster. Now, if we take Hollow off, I mean, who would you put? Arsenal or Rex?
I think you're right with Dizaster. The only problem with Dizaster is he really hurt us in a big moment. He really should have took Cassidy down. So that...
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And that's what Chris on his blog, that's what he had stated in his blog, why he couldn't put Dizaster on the Mount Rushmore. But I don't think just that one particular battle
I agree.
Overshadows his entire career.
I agree.
Like,
I agree. His body of work.
You know what I mean? Like Mike Tyson lost.
Mm-hmm.
He lost to a few people. You know what I'm saying? He might even that fight with Holyfield, but it doesn't like put a dark cloud over his previous accomplishment. Like everybody gonna lose. Somebody gonna lose. We all gotta lose.
Pretty boy Floyd ain't lose yet, but I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. The only thing I'll say though, I think Dizaster is incredibly talented. I think he's tarnished his image a little bit with the whole fight, with the losing to Cassidy, and he just has some.
I think, real shit. I think some of those things actually help put him on the fucking list.
You think so?
Still, like we gotta look at it from the other end of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, even though that was a black eye.
Right.
And I ain't gonna say there's no pun intended.
So you think he brought? You thought he brought more people?
No. Mav Alpha, when he punched Dose,
right.
like that kind of like put him in infamy, but it also made him a bigger name than what he was.
Okay.
Punching him. And then, like, Dizaster doing it to Mav, it was like, okay, this is karma for all the times you done punched somebody. It was like, that was revenge for battle rap, period. Like, nigga, you done fucked up the Summer Madness event when you socked Sirius Jones. All right, now something's got to be done. You know what I mean? And
but listen,
I think that kind of...
I agree to some extent. They have a point. Like he picked up for all the people that got bullied. But I was at that Summer Madness event. I was standing on my feet 11 hours, man. And when Mav hit, when Mav hit Sirius, I was like, oh, thank God, I can leave now. It was like it's over finally. But all right. So the Mount Rushmore, I gotta give it some thought. I'm not, you know what, too? I like diversity. So if you have somebody representing a coast legitimately and his nationality, what is he, like Middle Eastern on top of it?
Yeah, Middle Eastern, yeah.
So I think that's dope to have somebody that nice, nationality Middle Eastern, representing the West Coast. It just really represents hip-hop, that it ain't just New York.
Right, man, and I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair because otherwise you would say who's the Mount Rushmore of the East Coast and who's on the Mount Rushmore of the West Coast. Now it's like you separating me, and it's like our struggle and fight is really, and I mean what I mean by that is the West. We just want to be respected and be mentioned among. And the same people like Mook and Lux and Hollow and T-Rex in the New York battle rap scene. It's not like we're fighting to be like really. Well, we are fighting to be respected, but I think we actually to the point where niggas don't even care no more. Like fuck it. We just doing our own thing, but I don't personally want it to be like that. I don't want it to be East and West. I just want it to be battle rap. I don't care where you from. If you from North Dakota, you nice, you nice. You from Mississippi, you're nice, you're nice. That's how I feel. I don't like the separation. Just like I personally didn't like how they did URL West. Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like that
right.
title alone.
Like, people say something like, well, you got to put in work and you'll get where they at. Well, I think you've put in an incredible amount of work. Dizaster's there's been a lot of people that put in a lot of work, and they say, well...
Yeah, like Dizaster.
Right, and Dizaster is
Dizaster
battled on many platforms. I think he could have did a little bit better in Total Slaughter, you know, but that whole thing was kind of...
Hey, but if we're going to say that, then shit, Big T and A-Bird could have did better. You know what I mean? Like, they
Yeah.
all could have done better, because at the end of the day, Rex is the one who won the whole shit.
Well, Rex was ready. They already told Rex what was going down, and I think he came there super prepared.
Oh, yeah, he had a heads up. Yeah, that was a little... He had a handicap.
Yeah,
he had a handicap on them niggas.
He definitely did. I'd say that. But you know what I think? I think it's just like even with the blogging. You know, like say I started out 2-3 years ago, but I didn't start out 5-6 years ago. So then you have, you know, people like Chris and Jay Blac and, you know, Angry Fan. They already built the fan base, established a certain criteria, and then no matter how many bloggers come out after them, it's really hard to get to that status. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you're absolutely right. Because you're right. That's a perfect analogy, because even with battle rappers, like myself,
right,
as many tough killers as I've been in the ring with, as many legends I've been in there with, as many bar fences I put on, I'm not going to be looked at the same as a Arsenal.
Right.
Or Hollow Don, because they came from a previous generation, like the Fight Club and the Lions Den and the Grind Time era, whereas opposed, you see Danny Myers just really got on the scene 3 years ago. But in 3 years, I put in either not just as much work or more work than the legends that you guys mentioned.
Right.
And this is all fact. This is not my opinion. This is fact. So I see what you're saying is like, you know, even if you put in 100 crazy blogs or whatever, it's still like you're gonna be behind.
Right.
Chris and everything in terms of public perception.
Right. But if you...
perception and reality is like two different things. So you just gotta start judging shit off of the hard facts.
The content, yeah. I feel you, man.
The content.
So I just use as a metaphor to say, hey, I understand what a lot of battle rappers is trying to, and it's so much harder now to break away from your tier or your group and make it to that, you know, rarefied air that these other people are just enjoying. And let's face it, Mook and Lux, I'm not going to say too much more. Maybe you want to say A-Verb or Hollow. A lot of these people sort of float on this cloud, and they don't really have to come off the cloud. No matter if they win or lose, they have such a strong fan base that people just say, well, you know, it's Hollow, it's Lux, you know, it's Mook. They can...
Right, and that's a problem though. That's a problem. Like the fans gotta stop.
They not
giving niggas wins and stop let niggas live off past legacies and actually judge people for the work. Judge people for the fucking work, man. Like, I don't care how many MVPs a nigga might have won. If you're not playing good this season, you're not just automatically finna make the All-Star team.
You know what has to happen, Danny? I got it. You know what has to happen? You got to catch a bigger wave than what they caught. In other words, you got to get a BET or MTV or HBO. Let's say you get an HBO deal where they go out to the West Coast and they glamorize and exhort the West Coast battle rappers. Dizaster, you know what I'm saying? And they get a competition and get it to the point where there's a fan base of 2 or 3 million people that is introduced to battle rap through you guys on that wave. Then you'll see Instead of you having to come to New York to battle, you'll see Mook and Lux flying out there to get on your platform. And that's how, then people, when they talk about the Mount Rushmore, they're going to be like, well, we know Danny Myers got that HBO wave going.
Right. You're absolutely right. One of the things I see wrong with that though is like why does it take that particular situation or something like that?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because
for somebody to get recognized as opposed to just judging people off the work. Just judge people off the work and let's just do the numbers and let's look at the facts. But it takes the extra intangibles for a nigga to really get props. You feel me?
Well, yes and no. Remember, Lux and Mook and Hitman, a lot of these people can say what they want, but I remember I grew up in Brooklyn. Smack was that dude. Smack was that wave. Smack had the underground on lock. He would interview the hottest underground rapper, mainstream rapper. So when Smack started putting these guys on at the end of his DVD tape, they caught his wave. He made a lot of these dudes hot. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely. And I'm not gonna disagree with that.
Okay.
But now it's almost like the people on the West are victims of circumstance. Take me for example. If I was born in Harlem and grew up with Lux and Mook, then I'd be on the same pedestal as they are.
You're right.
I would have already had battle Rex and Mook and Lux on the street corner.
You're right.
Back in the late 90s. You feel me? Like, cause I'm older than them. I'm like them, like me. I gotta be older than them. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit just as long, if not longer. But we didn't have the outlet on the West Coast. We didn't have a platform to display and showcase our skills. So, like you said, they was able to ride Smack's wave and get known from him. But if I was out there, I would have done the same thing. But we didn't have that. So that's why we're behind.
Right.
That's why the West Coast is behind. Like, we're behind, like, some years. And the work me and Nitty and Daylight and Dizaster and Pass and Awkwards and the new guys, the work we're putting in, is really, we just playing catch-up. And we just trying to catch up, really, to New York. That's what it is. We trying to catch up.
That's why I said y'all gotta, if y'all created a new wave and people had to respect it, then it would even out. And like I said, Smack was their wave. Even Reed Dollars, he was in Philly, and he caught a little bit of Smack's wave. If he didn't catch a little bit of Smack's wave on those Smack DVDs, nobody would give two. Reed Dollars was nice as hell. He battled a lot of them dudes in Harlem, came to New York, and Smack videotaped them. If Smack didn't do that, you wouldn't even know who Reed Dollars was.
You wouldn't know, exactly. You're right. You wouldn't know who Reed was. I feel you. I definitely feel you. I'm just saying, maybe the next generation of West Coast battlers are gonna get that respect that we're fighting for. Because by that time, when me and Dizaster and Daylight, we hang this shit up, me and Rum Nitty, when we say, okay, we're done with battle rap, the next wave of West Coast guys it'll be easier for them to get respect. We laid the foundation and say, hey, we really got skills over here.
You know what else too needs to happen? See, y'all, to me, the West Coast don't have an excuse because y'all got a lot of stars. Y'all got Hollywood out there. Y'all got the Staples Center. You got all the star. You got the nice weather. If y'all could rent out if y'all could get the Staples Center, you know what I'm saying? Get A-Hat, get Snoop Dogg, get somebody, and not try and make it some movie thing. Keep it street, but see if we can build a fan base and rent and get something big like 30,000 people in a stadium to watch battle rap. We got too many rappers out here that if they would just stop their show in the middle of their show, like Kendrick Lamar or something, stop their show and let two battle rappers go at it for 20 minutes and put that on their tour.
Oh, man. Hey, that's an absolutely brilliant idea. And I've been saying that, too. Look, man, you are 100% right. Because I've been saying the same shit. I'm like, it'll be dope if some of our West Coast guys will come out and like support
Yeah.
West Coast battle rap. Like, and shout out to Snoop, because he definitely came in and tried to do his thing, but I think he just got so much other shit going on that battle rap can't be his sole focus. But just the fact that he even took the time out to say, let me try to put my hands and help these West Coast guys out. That was dope. Yeah, Snoop is he's a fucking world icon. You know what I mean?
He is.
But if Kendrick, like you said, Kendrick Will just said, you know what? Let me give the fans at this concert something special. Something y'all didn't expect. This is so and so versus so and so, and y'all finna battle right here in front of all these people. Like, that'll introduce a whole lot of people to battle rap who might not even be battle rap fans.
Right, and you don't have to kill your whole concert. You can have 1 or 2 battles, and people that could perform their ass off and freestyle in case they get stuck. And you thinking a check of 20 or 30,000 is a lot now. If you in a stadium that got 100,000 people in it,
I think it would be dope if Game just say, you know what, let me come out and host this AHAD event, or let me come and host this LA Battleground event.
That would be dope.
It was dope because me and b.dot just battled on Saturday in probably what is one of the greatest battles of all time, and you'll see what I'm saying once you see the footage.
Wow.
But we had a West Coast veteran in Razkaz, and I'm sure you might know who Razkaz is.
I know who Razkaz is. Yeah.
He actually was there. He performed. He performed at the battle, and he got on stage, and he was right there on stage for me and b.dot, and that was big to me. Because growing up, I was a big fan of Razkaz, and that's probably why I became lyrical the way I am because of him. You know what I mean? Like, listening to Soul on Ice, so I pretty much studied what he was doing and just took it and did my own thing with it. So that was big, but we need more of that. We need Kendrick and Game and, J-Rock and, Snoop and these guys come out and say, hey, we're going to support our coast. We're going to support this battle rap shit over here the way you'll see Jadakiss come to a Smack event.
Yeah.
And you got Jada on the stage when K-Shine or somebody up there performing. That's what we need.
Well, I'll say that I've went to a number of Smack events, and he has rappers from everywhere. You don't even recognize all the rappers that's there. Sometimes they just low key, but yeah, Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He have Jadakiss. He have Graph. He'll have Meth. He'll have he does have some good contemporary things. So I
got the Slave battle dropping soon. I don't know when ARP gonna drop it, but he's gonna drop that. The pay-per-view is available for those who haven't seen it. And then me and b.dot will be dropping soon. I got a secret surprise battle that's about to go down real soon, and fans are gonna love that. I'm working. I'm definitely. I stay busy. I even got a little lightweight battle with Jay Blac. So we. I
get out of here.
Today. I set it off today. Like, you know what I mean? I spit a couple bars at him today. I'm waiting on his response, and then I'm gonna go in on him real tough.
Huh?
As soon as I see his response.
Jay Blac got some bars, man. Don't sleep.
Hey, and that's cool. And that's why I went at him, because I know he's able to fight back.
Okay.
He's able to fight back. So, hey, this should be interesting. This should be fun. Battler versus blogger. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna show him the difference of playing around with it and somebody who's been doing it for their whole life. I'm gonna show him the difference.
Well, you know what? I would say Jay Blac has a disadvantage because he's jumping into your world with the battling. If he goes there, the only way you would be able to jump into his world is with the blogging. But I don't know. I that's a tough one, man. Because
I can battle with that too, though. Like I do this shit, man. Like, anything involving hip hop, I will do it. I will jump in. If he want me to battle blog with this nigga, he want to drop some funny shit, I go to the extreme with this shit, man. Like, this is fun to me.
Shots fired. All right.
And I think it's good for the culture. It's like I'm not too big or have an ego to why I won't do something like that. I'm one of the ones who you will see do something like that. You won't see Rex or nobody else really jumping in there with a blogger and just putting themselves on the line, because Jay Blac got bars.
He got bars.
Like you said. So what if he come back with some fire shit and the fans say, yo, Jay Blac beat this nigga daddy? Like, so,
You know what? You know what'll be crazy? This is how it started, right? With the debate groups did like little battles over the debate groups. Next thing you know, people started battling for real off of that. Their name got a little popular.
right.
You do some shit like this, next thing you know, Smack is like, all right, I'm gonna set up Jay Blac versus Danny Myers. What's good?
Hey, I'm gonna fuck that boy life up. That'd be fun, you know. Like that's big, you know. That's big, you know, because
that's a main event.
I'm just one that's about the progress of the culture and just to keep it fun and just keep things going, give people something to talk about. So,
all right,
I'm with all that. I'm definitely I'm with all that. I'm the real definition of a battle rapper. Like I will battle a fan, a blogger, another battler, a dog, your grandma.
But you know what though? You know what I like about you and Swave and you know, a lot of these Writters Bloque dudes, a lot of these Team Homie guys, you guys are not in it just for the check. You guys are in the crowd, you watch the battles, you communicate with the fans, I've seen it. It's not an act. Like I've seen y'all at events that y'all are not even in. So I respect that.
Right, definitely. I'm a fan of this thing first. Like I'm not really like a battler. I am a battler, but I'm a fan first. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like support all the battlers. I answer fans' questions. I'll give advice to other battlers around the world, which I've been doing for years.
I appreciate when somebody has a skill set or talent that they can bring to you and entertain you, especially on the internet, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or live, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, no beat, no auto-tunes, nothing to augment your voice. It's just you and that person in front of you. And then to get oohs and ahs and people stand and enjoy it, that takes an incredible amount of skill, especially...
Right. And I don't think people understand like how difficult it is to do this because... First of all, the average song you're going to hear on a CD is about 16 bars per verse, and you'll get 3 verses, a total of 48 bars for your average song on a CD. Right? A battle rap verse is 48 bars for one verse. So, you know what I'm saying? So one whole song on a CD is just one of our verses. So we're writing triple the amount as your standard hip-hop artist. On top of all that, we're not in a booth to where we can fuck up and say, yo, engineer, hey, take me back, punch me back in where I was at.
Right.
When you fuck up on that stage, that's it. It ain't you can't go back. You feel me? It's like you lost the round. You know what I'm saying? So we got to say triple the amount of shit without fucking up one single time, and we have to do it 3 rounds straight, on top of being pressured by the lights, the cameras, the crowd, and your opponent in your face barking on you. You gotta deal with all that and still memorize your shit and not fuck up. Like this battle rap shit, I think people don't understand how difficult it is, and they take it for granted because all you do is just push play on YouTube. That's all you do at home. You just push play and watch it. Right. But you're not in the matrix of this shit to see what all the preparation and hard work and dedication it takes to really do this.
And I'll leave you with this notion. When you guys are trying to rock a crowd, battle rap wise, every reaction is delayed because they have to hear what you say, process it, and then decide whether they like it.
React.
Right. If I was a rapper and I had a hit song, I could come out there and say the first verse, and everybody singing my damn song, they know what they like already.
What you're about to say, so they say it with you.
Right. You guys.
You can even fuck up, and then no one's gonna notice. They're all gonna be saying a line with you anyway.
Yeah.
When you're a superstar status, you can just hold the mic out to the crowd. They just gonna rap your whole shit for you.
All right,
Cause this ain't nothing like. Cause first of all, niggas in here talking about your dead mama.
yeah.
Niggas in here talking about they gonna fuck your daughter in her ass.
Yeah.
Like niggas is on that. And if you don't got a tough skin, this is not for you. Cause you gonna fuck around and swing on somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is real tough. Like, I gotta listen to niggas talk about my wife and kids like night in, night out. On that stage, and you're saying this in front of millions of people that are gonna watch this shit. You know, like it's a tough thing to do, but you gotta put it in your head like that. This is all an act. Us battle rappers, we ain't no different than an actor. So our 3 rounds, whether you write it on paper or whether you just got it in your head, that's our script. So when they say round 1, Danny Myers is on you, that's the same thing as the director saying, and action. You just gotta act out your part. That's all you're doing. You're just acting it out, and then your opponent, he's gotta act out his part. And that's it. That's all battle rap is. It's not real. The shit ain't real. But if you don't understand that, then don't get into this, because you're gonna blow up in a lot of fights. You're gonna be in a lot of fights.
You know, the way they talk about DNA's mom, you know,
Oh shit!
It's just, yeah, it's really bad. Well, it takes me right to the starting 5 first matchup with Mac Myron and Oops, and
I already know what you're about to say.
Well, I already
know what you're about to say.
When shit goes down, we on the upside. MDKS, third eye, make sure you subscribe. We the truest and provide the realest content. Take this shit serious like schools do with bomb threats. Handle you the lines like we trying to get our palms read.